Trigger warnings for episode 19 include mycophobia, minor descriptions of body horror, decay, death, PTSD, body dysmorphia, and claustrophobia. A list of the topics, themes, and subject matter featured in this episode can be found in the description. As we return back to Last Arcanist here, everyone is in various locations at this point as we head into a bit of a rest, as the day itself has been a long one between the travel and the fight that transpired. Some of you a little worse for wear than others, but there are some things that need to be done, preparations that need to be made, because tomorrow, this trek to this location, the reason you're here is quite literally staring down upon you as you see the maelstrom pulsing with energy above the Gloom Peak Sierras. That said, we're heading into a long rest, so we're gonna do some long rest actions here. So we can go around the table. All of you will get, I believe everybody gets 2 on this. Some people, that's right, because Elanor doesn't have that elvish trait of the 3 during that. So everybody will get 2 downtime activities. So we can kind of go around the table, and if we'll do this. We'll hot potato it. So after you do your long rest, you can pass it to another player as we kind of go through these long rest actions for your characters. And if there's any conversations too amongst people that might want to be had, this will be the time for it as well. So with that said, who would like to jump in first for your long rest activities here?
I can, since I'm, hunting, gathering, rangering it up.
Rangering it up. Awesome.
Yes, I don't know what you would consider hunting as.
I would consider it like a prepared action. So I would say you could gain hope from that, because I think that makes sense. And if you have someone helping with that, you could gain 2 hope from that. But I don't know what other people are doing as far as activities go. But if Elanor just does it by herself, it would be just a hope gain.
I mean, I feel like at this point, even if she wanted to go alone, Thessalus is going to be like, yeah, let's go alone. And it's like, okay, well, sure.
I think kind of in tandem with that, maybe less than helpfully, unless she specifically helps him be better at this. I think he's kind of doing the almost pretending he's not following her, but not doing a great job of it. He's just always a little ways away, kind of like, not stumbling, but kind of just like tramping his way through the forest, tugging stuff, messing up all of her hunting.
It's like that one scene in the Hunger Games with Peeta and Katniss.
Yeah, and he's not like, he can't greatly keep track of her in the forest. He's just kind of has an idea of where she is. So she's often popping up on other sides of him, and he's kind of loosely trying to keep in a path where he's somewhat nearby in case anything happens. But he's pretty helpless out there.
I love him.
And so, I think he's just kind of following along, not being helpful, but being nearby.
Okay.
Should I roll for Hunting?
Let's go ahead and roll. Make an instinct roll for me, and then, we'll use that as kind of like what you find.
Okay, because I want to slide into some role play, but it depends on if I find something.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that was really good. So that's 12 plus hope. I have no hope, so 12.
12.
With hope.
Okay, 12 with hope. I think as you go around, finding animals is quite sparse here out here in Mardoon, but you do stumble upon a little flock of quail. There's about a half dozen of them, and you would also see as well the ones that are moving around. They do have like a small nest with eggs in it as well. And yeah, I think that's what you would find in this moment as you're scouting. Just a few birds, a few quail in this moment, but would be sufficient food for the group of people you have. So yeah, that's what Elanor would spot. I would say with the 12, that's probably what you would track down in this moment. Yeah.
I think eventually she would make her way back to Thessalus with all of this stuff and kind of like hand it off, like some of it hand off to him. And as they kind of walk back, she's not in a rush to get back. It's kind of like leisurely stroll avoidance kind of a walk. And I think after a moment of silence, she's just, and the reason she gave Thessalus everything was so that way she could still communicate, because she put the eggs in like a bag or something. And as they're walking, she kind of tilts her head a little bit and she goes, "You don't think I'm being unnecessarily hard on Tegwin, do you?"
I don't think it's wrong to be cautious.
Again, it's not because I don't trust her. I just don't like knowing everything. And I fear there are things that she is keeping from us.
On that, I think we agree. But she has fought by her side, taken hits for those who couldn't take them.
I've taken hits for her.
I agree. I don't think we owe her, but I also... She's done things that make me feel she's on our side, and also things that do make me question. I think some cautiousness is the right move here. Perhaps some time away will be good for that.
What happened while I was...
Well, you were gone.
Sure, let's call it that.
To be honest, my memory's a bit shaky. As soon as we knew, I was looking for you. And we found where you'd been taken. And they found a path. Róisín flew to find it, and we found the open grave, and we went beneath, and then we found you. And I didn't know what to do after that. But, Tegwin did offer to attempt to free you herself, to break whatever that magic was. But it was my understanding, she may have said, that it could result in her death, and it could fail. It seemed killing the creature was easier.
Was it?
Well, it died. I guess perhaps I should be more respectful. I didn't stay to learn more of Róisín's connection. But I understand there's some complexity there.
I think there's complexity in all relationships, platonic or familiar, otherwise. I'm sorry I made you all worry about me. I'm sorry I made you worry about me. It wasn't intentional.
I don't think there's anything to apologize for there. I just hope you won't go off on your own too many times again.
It wasn't intentional. I remember actually being not too far away. I
felt you were near for a time.
You felt me.
I've noticed we're normally not too far from each other since we came back. And it was different once you were gone.
Did I tell you what I saw in the forest?
I don't... Well, you mentioned there were some people. Perhaps.
He had offered to show me my family. I declined because all I need to know is that they're alive, honestly. That's enough. That's enough for me. That they got out and that they're alive. I also asked to... Sorry, that was just a really ominous message to read while I was talking in the chat. I also wanted to know how I died.
Right. It seems we died together. Or at least near each other.
Together's the right word. I watched you die.
My sword, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was scary. It's not a good word to use. Well, because of course it's scary. I just mean it was... Maybe there isn't a word.
It's hard to describe something like that.
It felt like a part of me died, too. She is not looking at this, Alice.
I think I felt somewhat the same when we found you underground.
I feel bad because you told me that you weren't entirely sure if you wanted to get close to any of us or trusted enough to do so, and I feel like I keep not listening to that.
I don't know if I keep listening to that myself. I mentioned earlier that I'm torn between understanding that I was brought back seemingly for a purpose, that all of us were brought back for some purpose, that I don't know if I found mine yet. All these people with magic and powers, and it seems all I'm good for is killing. And another part of me, something when I spoke with Róisín and Cordy's said a few things about trust and words I'm not very familiar with. But part of me thinks about whether any of this, any of our time back, can be about what we want. Or if things are bad enough that we have to stay focused on, I guess, everything else.
You mean back when you and Róisín were in the house?
Yes.
I was eavesdropping. I apologize.
I don't blame you, I guess. Did you hear anything you wanted to talk about?
It wasn't... Sorry, I'll stop looking at chat. It wasn't so much listening as it was just what Dice saw. And her ears are like bright red. I just wasn't I don't know. I supposed if you... Like she's like visibly getting frustrated with herself as her jealousy is rising. Her ears and her face are like bright red. And she just kind of like doesn't know what to say and to express how pissed off and jealous she is.
I think Thessalus is walking pretty much oblivious. Not quite picking up on the cue.
It seems like Róisín gets to be very physically friendly with everyone. That's all. I'm not saying that I would like it if I was as physically friendly with everyone.
Yes.
I'm just it's
a
just
skill issue.
a little bit, yeah. She's mad at this. She's got a negative. Well, she's a +0 to presence, man. She almost had a -1.
I think Róisín is very forward with what he wants. He tends to say what he's thinking.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it gets him his way quite often.
Are you saying that if I were to... Yes, I suppose that is what happens often, isn't it?
I don't know if I describe you the same way.
How?
But I don't think that's a bad thing.
How would you describe me if you were to describe me?
I think you're reserved. I think you have a lot of opinions on what goes on. I couldn't say quiet, okay?
Oh my god, I'm clipping. I'm clipping this for the TikTok.
Terrible.
This is going on TikTok.
Terrible at flirting. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine?
I think you often have thoughts on the way we should do things. And that only sometimes you voice them. Stop.
Let him cook, guys. Let him cook.
It's burnt.
It's like when you put popcorn in the microwave too long.
There's a fork in there somewhere.
He can fix it. There's more. Let him cook.
I've let him cook and now the fire alarms are going on.
You have thought.
Thank goodness this is the grave episode, because he's just digging that hole deeper.
Damn, it really is.
But I think you're kind. I think people go to you when they need someone not just to listen, but someone who, I guess, knows how they're feeling. I don't blame them, not for going to me. But I know that there's a difference.
I go to you.
I appreciate that.
Ooh, we should probably bring this back to everybody.
Probably a good idea. I'm sure people are hungry.
If it's worth anything, I would describe you as brave and kind, a protector for sure. You're tall. And I understand why you wear the helmet. I'm not saying, to change the way you feel or anything, but I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world if you felt safe enough to not wear it around me more often.
I'll keep that in mind.
Just don't show Róisín. And her ears are like bright red again. I just, again, it's nothing against Róisín, and I could be somebody that others feel. Stop laughing. Others feel can go to on occasion physically comfortable around.
I'm sure they could.
Right. She's just like staring at him now.
I think many of us share a lot of similarities in I don't know. The ways we feel about ourselves. And yet I think we've made quite a team here, I guess.
We are a bunch of misfits, that's for certain. But I think our strengths complement others' weaknesses. And yeah.
I think we fight well together.
I definitely agree there. I like fighting next to you. Although, can you make me a promise?
Sure.
Please never go hunting with me again. You're really loud.
Oh. Sorry, I could kind of feel that. I was surprised I hadn't run into any animals yet.
Well, it's because you were scaring them all. We can work on it. We can work on it.
I'm more comfortable in kind of limited, enclosed spaces, I guess. This is very open.
If you think about it, nature can be enclosed in a way. You just kind of have to, we can work on it later. We should get the food back to everyone.
Right, of course.
I think she's gonna kind of like do a little bit of like the Amy Santiago, tuck her hair
Not
behind
the
her ear
Brooklyn
kind of a thing
Nine-Nine.
before continuing to walk.
Amazing. So as you kind of walk back, so I'd say a prepared action. I don't know, Thessalus, if you will take that, if you want to take that as that, or did you have
Yeah.
plans for your other?
I'll take a prepare, and my other one was to clear stress. So I
Perfect.
think that's good.
Okay, cool. So both of you gain 2 hope, and then you clear stress. Elanor, did you have anything else you wanted to, an action that you wanted to do specifically?
I think the only thing that I really need to do is, oh wait, no, because it's my permanent stress. For my bird friend. I think maybe she'll work on a project and continue to sort of figure out more information from her memories from her notebook. See if she can get any more context from that one memory that she had about stealing the book that she assumes is from Cordy.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. Awesome. Perfect. So as you kind of focus in on that, you clear some stress there, Thessalus. Who would you all like to pass it to? Do we want to pass it over Cordy and Róisín? Do we want to pass over Doc and Hugo? Who would like to pass the baton on to? Because I think there's a couple conversations between the two groups, people are doing.
I kind of feel inclined to pass it to Róisín since we name dropped him the most.
I don't know why.
But
Cool. So, Róisín, what's Róisín up to for his long rest actions? Maybe, the couple that you're going to do here.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is focus on healing up because I got impaled again. So I'm going to clear all my wounds.
Cool. Awesome.
And then I would like to go find my dear buddy Cordelius and go see about a dead body.
Sick. What would we find Cordy? What would we find Cordy doing in this moment as he approaches you?
I'm also going to take the tend to all wounds action, so you'd probably find Cordy tending to his wounds when you come to find me.
Patching yourself up, are we?
Yes. Took a couple hits in that last one.
I feel as though I might have to apologize for that, given that it was my grandmother to blame.
Oh, it's fine. It's nothing.
Still, I hate to see you hurt.
Well, are you all right? How did you fare?
Honestly, I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's fine. Pain is an inevitability we learn to deal with.
It's true.
It's just a wee bit of a pleasantly unpleasant reminder that we're still alive, I suppose.
We need all the reminders we can get these days, I think.
Still, if you're feeling hale and hearty now, I want to sneak out of here.
Sure.
Alright then. Between the two of us, who do you think is the least stealthy?
Well, I think that Cordy will kind of just take a small hop into the air and use his telekinesis or his levitation feature to just make himself levitate where there's no footsteps.
Oh, well, that should make this easier as well. I was just going to make one of us invisible and didn't know if you wanted it to be you or me.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Or I was just going to make one of us invisible.
You take it. I'll be
Alright.
fine.
In which case I'm going to roll for invisibility.
Awesome. And Jake, I don't know if you're if you could turn your mic up just a smidgen for us here. Yeah, no worries.
That was a crit.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. Sick. Awesome, yeah.
Perfect.
That definitely works.
Nice. So, what's that again? That's
So you clear hope and you clear stress. You gain a hope and you clear stress.
Nice. In which case, invisible Róisín will carry a nice floating Cordy. Nice and easy to lift now. Out through one of the windows, and we'll head off towards the graves.
Amazing.
I'll leave a wee note behind, just saying where we're going.
All right. So as you float across, we see Cordy levitating / floating, carried by Róisín here. You head towards the graveyard, go down
Well, I
back.
suppose I'm invisible as well, so it kind of just looks like Cordy's flying.
Yeah, it just looks like Cordy's flying. As Cordy looks like he's flying towards the grave. You descend down into the tunnel there and make your way back to that chamber where you would see the unmoving body that was your grandmother in this twisted state, Ashling here,
Well,
just laying unmoving.
all tentacles accounted for, it seems.
Yep, Do you think you would need to take any bit of her as a sample for the whole? And he removes the glamour and sort of just waggles his arm with the markings on it.
Well, not a bad thought. Perhaps I will.
Take an arm for an arm.
Yeah, and I think maybe with that, Cordy will, probably just grab a little end of a tentacle and keep it in his bag.
All right. Get a little piece.
I'm sorry, one more time on the sound effect, please. Awesome. Cool.
I can do sound effects for days. So you take a piece of that, collect it there. As you finish that up, is the intent still to make the body disappear after that?
That would be my hope, if you could help shuffle her along down the pathway to composition.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be anything left for him to fool around with. She deserves a burial of some sort.
I'll say, knowing this, in my downtime actions, I would have also swapped out a domain card, because I can do that no action, right?
Yes, during downtime you can swap out without. Yeah.
So I will swap out for final words. And I'll kind of bend down near the body and kind of begin this ritual. I want this to kind of look, I know it says in the ability that the body turns to dust, but I feel like for Cordy, it's very much like the body is taken over by mushrooms and decay, and the process is accelerated, almost like you're looking at a time lapse. But as we begin, I'll turn to Róisín and say, you may have an opportunity for one last conversation.
I don't see the point in that. The grandmother that I knew and loved and worshipped, she's not in there anymore.
All right.
She's in here.
Of course. So I believe for this I need to make a spellcast roll.
Yes, that's correct. It's a spellcast roll of 13 on this, and then there's a variation. So just how this spell works, just so viewers know, on a success with hope, the corpse answers up to 3 questions. On a success with fear, the corpse answers 1 question. The corpse answers truthfully, but it can't impart information it didn't know in life. On a failure, or once the corpse has finished answering your questions, in this case, we'll see kind of that time lapse of mushrooms sprouting upon the body. Here, in this moment. So, go ahead and make a spellcasting roll for me, Cordy.
All right, let's see. Okay, so that is a 12 with fear. Oh, I'm sorry, a 13 with fear, which is enough. I need a 13.
Okay. Okay. So that corpse will answer one question with fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as we're kind of getting into it, I'll turn to Róisín. As we kind of begin to see the decay kind of spread out from Cordy's fingertips. We won't be speaking to her. But is there something we should ask of the things she's become? Something to help us.
What would Ocularis not want you to tell us?
And I think I'll just let that speak through me.
So what would Ocularis not want you to tell us is the question that is proposed. Ooh. That he intends to find the faraway. But through various means.
Well, I think hearing that as the creature kind of speaks it, Cordy's mind flashes to the image he saw of Fiora in the faraway and the image of the utopia that it looked like to him. And I think we just see him kind of turn and lock eyes with Róisín in a very worried expression.
Another item to add to our growing list of concerns.
Oh, yes.
The fun never stops with us.
No, it does not. And I think it's at this moment that Cordy stands up as we see the mound of fungi and mushrooms that litters the floor below him. We can't let that happen, Róisín. It's the only safe place.
We won't let it. Of that I'm certain.
I need to find a way to contact that robot.
Well, how exactly would we go about finding it? Is there something we can track on it, or where would it have been heading?
It was sent to find us. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess I don't think we have to put in too much effort then. Just a wee bit of patience, and sooner or later I'm sure it'll find its way.
I think Cordy just kind of looks down again at the fungus below him as the words that were spoken kind of echo off the chamber around him. Are you satisfied?
Honestly, I don't know. We don't have funeral customs. At least, not that I know of. So I'm not quite sure what else I'm supposed to do or what would be right to do.
How about this? I'll head out the hallway, wait for you. And I know that, it wasn't your grandmother anymore, but the person who would should say a few words to your grandmother. And I think Cordy will turn and begin to walk out.
You do know that this isn't going to be the last time this happens.
I know.
Thank you.
And I think he just walked out.
Okay. As you walk out to as you walk out of the cavern there, in that moment, we'll cut away from Róisín and Cordy over to Doc and Hugo.
I think Doc, first and foremost, is going to tend to all wounds because the girl was looking rough out here. So I'm gonna clear out my HP.
Oh yeah, because you were super duper messed up at the end. She was.
Yeah, she really honed in on me towards the end.
She
of that
was
fight.
slapping you like crazy.
And then Doc would go to try to find Hugo.
Okay. Heck yeah. I think would Doc find Hugo probably by the field again?
No, I think after a while, Hugo would have come back into the house and started helping Yara with the people in the house as well. Just kind of like also walking around and giving them any blankets or kind of, offering a couple little words here and there, making sure to, escape certain odd glances given to them.
Yeah. I think everybody's very appreciative. It's a quiet night. But that all said, as that happens, as people take the things and have conversations, I think you start to see the mood is getting a little bit lighter despite the current situation. And you would see Hugo helping out Doc as you kind of move into the space there.
I think Doc would wait until there's like a moment where the two can like sort of be alone. And they'll go up to Hugo and go, can we talk for a second?
Yes, of course.
First, I want to say thank you for what you did earlier. I really appreciated it. I noticed you slipped away during the sort of meeting, and I wanted to check in on you and see how you were feeling.
I wanted to take care of a similar ritual, different than what we did back at your gravesite, but I think something that I needed to do. Everything is fine. I promise.
I understand that. I've been thinking since we were at the graveyard. Life is strange, and there's so much.
I love that video game.
Forgot that was a video game.
I'm so sorry.
Life is peculiar, and there's so much that happens in a life, and I find it odd that all of it gets boiled down to your name and the day you were born and the day you left. And looking at my own grave has put a lot in perspective. And I've been feeling this way for some time since we've been brought back, but I didn't really ask to die young. And I never asked to be brought back. I've not had a lot of agency, I feel, in my own life.
Wait, so you're saying that you died young?
Yes.
How I guess so, right? The numbers on the years. Oh, I didn't even notice. Kylie, what was the from birth date to death date?
I don't think it was over 12 years.
I think Hugo, when that is mentioned, I think Hugo's was just so focused on trying to make things look pretty that they weren't even paying attention to the content, aside from like the names, but like the content of the grapes. You are terribly wise for your age, Yara.
Thank you. But that brings me to what I was going to say. My sisters and I never got the chance to grow old. And being in this body, I don't think that opportunity is ever going to be afforded to me. And because I think you're probably the only person that can understand this, I want my old body back.
I do too.
And I think, I don't know how, but I think we can figure out a way to help each other with that.
I would like that very much. Now, in hindsight, thinking about some of the conversations that I've had with you, they may have been inappropriate to some extent.
Hey, I guess
yes,
technically I'm hundreds of years old.
Technically, I wouldn't have guessed that you were 12.
I didn't know that until very recently. More memories are...
I think people at your age can also be quite perceptive. So sometimes I can only imagine that younger individuals may be underestimated. But you are absolutely correct. I would also like my body again.
It's weird looking in the mirror and not really knowing or understanding your own reflection.
Hugo kind of makes a noise. Not non-committally, but more so kind of like a noise about when you mentioned looking in the mirror. Have you seen yourself? Do you have any memory of what you look like?
I saw myself in the memory, right, Kylie?
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten glimpses and memories.
I'm not entirely sure if what I've seen has been me or who I've seen, but at least if it is that, if you have a thought in your mind and I have the thought in my mind, then we have something to aim for.
And we have someone who can help us.
Who?
I meant each other.
Yes. Absolutely, yes. Of course, we can help each other.
I haven't really worked out a plan otherwise. I just like, this is sort of the beginning parts of a plan.
We get our bodies back.
Mm-hmm.
And we We live.
We live.
Right, so what should we do for the rest of the people here?
I think they're all resting, and I hear Elanor is hunting, and Thessalus is helping. Though I don't think Thessalus is quite the hunter. So we'll see how that goes. They should be back any moment now.
There's another little creeping smile on Hugo's face
I think
at the mention of
Doc can't
Elanor
smile.
and Thessalus.
Doc can't smile, but they point up to you and go, just nod.
Are we walking in? Is that what you were saying, Kylie?
Yeah,
Like,
I
as
think
this-
so. I think you walk in with the
If we are,
the quail.
Eleanor's ears are bright red. And she is still grumbling a little bit because she's an idiot.
Oh, welcome.
I was
Welcome back.
I was hunting.
Yes, hunting.
We've got some food.
Looks down at
Doc just
Yara.
elbows your knee.
Not entirely sure what you're trying to suggest with that, but it was fine. We got a bunch of eggs and some quails.
Well, how about that?
Excellent.
The we is a bit generous there. I didn't get anything.
He was really loud.
Moral support.
We all need it.
Different kind of support too. And then
And that is when Eleanor grabs Hugo very kindly by the arm and goes,
She's 12.
Hugo! Not Doc! And goes, is there something that you need to discuss with me?
not at all. Excellent work, Master Hunter.
Is there somewhere I should put this?
There's a table. I've set up the table for
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
I think you should,
Thessalus, do you know how to cook?
I've done it. I've cooked meat over the fire, I guess, before, but
Great. I
our
would
meals
love
are
to
mostly prepared.
I would love to show you how to cook. And she's gonna glare at Hugo and Doc, ears bright red still, and go, I'm going to show you how
Yeah,
to
but she
cook.
would.
She's just gonna glare at them as she walks into the kitchen.
And Hugo looks over to Yara and just like, remember that one conversation that we once had about love and flirting?
Mm-hmm.
One of those inappropriate conversations that I'm thinking now about.
Well, we just met like platonic and romantic love, which is a normal conversation to have.
Oh, well, exactly. It was the conversation about platonic and romantic. You see that?
That's romantic.
That is most definitely romantic. And they do not realize it themselves. So.
I kind of think
You don't know what I
kind of think
realize.
they do realize it, but none of them have the
They just don't
faculties
know.
in which to express it.
Exactly. Like I said, you are an incredibly wise young individual, Yara.
I don't think it's
You need to see
wisdom
yourself.
as much as just clocking a vibe.
It's not wisdom, it's just logic.
It's just using your eyes.
yeah. So as the two of them head into the kitchen, the two of you kind of having this conversation, would Cordy head back to the house after?
Cordy was waiting for Róisín outside.
You are going to wait for
Yeah.
Róisín. Okay. Okay. All right. Róisín. In this moment, because you were waiting for... How long do you stay down there in the chambers?
Just a few
the body
minutes.
was. Okay. All right. As the mushrooms take shape and you eventually go to meet with Cordy, as you fly through the tunnels, you would see all along the rock walls within this tunnel what looks like eyes staring at you.
Before I leave, I'll just take a look at all the statues of my family. And with the eyes bearing down on me, I'll turn to them and say, I am sorry for what I will have to do. But I promise I will reap you all from this living hell and see something beautiful grow in your place.
Amazing. So as you speak those words, and eventually find your way back to Cordelius, heading back to meet with the others, you start to smell food being cooked in a home. Something
Before I
that
leave, just one
Yeah,
last
go for
thing,
it.
since
Yeah,
we're
go for
in
it.
the area.
Yeah.
Do you feel like making a wee bit of mischief, Cordelius?
In what way?
I saw Hugo and Yara talking over this area, and I thought I saw something. Do you happen to have any book paper on you? Or like an old map?
I mean, sure, I have some paper.
I have a fun wee gift, a little surprise I want to prepare.
All right. And I'll hand you some paper.
Perfect. And I want to see if I can find the stone carving of the family, and with Cordy's help, because I might need an extra set of hands depending on how big it is. I'm going to make a little charcoal rubbing.
Yeah, easy enough. You find it right along on the river there. Do a little charcoal rubbing right on that piece of parchment. Easy enough.
Well then.
So this is
Shall
for
we be
Hugo, then?
For Yara?
Oh.
Oh, do you think we should get something for Hugo?
Oh, no, I just couldn't see which one. Never mind. I get it. Never mind.
What? We can find gifts for everyone, I suppose. We'll just have to be out here for a while.
We can find gifts for everyone.
I mean, what would we even get for Hugo? I have no idea.
I don't know, do we have any books, or... Can't exactly grab a star.
I'm sorry, did you say grab a star? I feel like we're dreaming a little big right now.
Well, I said we can't exactly do that. Unless you know a way.
Not when they're all eyes. No, I don't think I know a way.
Oh yeah, fair. They are a wee bit difficult to access at the moment, I suppose. I mean, Elanor and Thessalus would be easy to shop for. Just get them like an arrow and a piece of shrapnel and they'd be grand.
What?
You know,
Find like a 200-year-old arrow. Like, here you go, Elanor. Thanks. I can't use this. It's not sharp, but I appreciate it.
you know, I hate to admit it, but you're probably right there. I think Thessalus would, he'd honestly love a piece of shrapnel. I think he'd do a good time.
I think it's the coolest.
Somehow this is simultaneously one of the saddest episodes, and also
Because we've been gone for so long. We need to get the sillies out.
Yeah.
And now when we come back after next time, it's going to be even sillier.
Yeah.
Oh my
This is the
god.
silly before the storm.
I think just because maybe as we walk back, we walk past the field that had the scarecrow in it. And I think Cordy, just, again, Cordy has no social skills whatsoever. I think seeing that it's not there anymore, he'll be like, oh, maybe we could grab an extra shirt. Never mind, someone had a moment there. And we'll just keep walking.
So as you head back to the house there, you can see a bit of ember light flickering out, bouncing off the walls and out the window as a fire is going within the fireplace that hasn't seen something like this in a couple hundred years, and the smell of food being cooked in the kitchen as well.
We should probably sneak back in.
How would you suggest?
I mean, we left through the window, so I suppose we can go back in through it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What way is the kitchen window facing?
It would be away. It's like in the main living room, and so it would be in a different, like it's a separate room from the. Yeah, it's a separate room from.
So
the
I'm
kitchen.
not facing, like the kitchen window is not facing these two ding dongs.
No.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think Cordy will then once again cast levitate on himself and go to like a second story window.
Okay.
I'll fly in after as we try to squeeze our way back in.
Amazing. Yeah, there's like a little window up in this attic area, and there's a little stairwell that comes down into the main space.
The old gnome was just in the attic and was like, well, that's
Yeah.
weird.
She's like, "Whoa, what the hell are you doing up here?" I was just doing
People
my
resting.
Sudoku.
People resting start screaming because two people just came in through the window.
She grabbed her chest. She's like, "Oh, I'm coming back, Penny. I'll come to you." But you come back in, and I think
The
you're
third
just.
square is 3.
Oh, thanks, Shani. I appreciate it. She just fills it in. Oh, well, I'm tired now. I'm gonna go to sleep.
That's the end of the episode.
As you walk by these couple people that are resting here, helping her name's Oda, the old gnomish lady. You walk down to meet the rest of your companions down in this little nook that is the kitchen, and for a moment, a little fraction in time, life isn't too bad in this moment. And I think as the smell of fresh cooked food fills this home, a night of rest is upon you. But tomorrow, yes, Hugo.
And do my downtime.
Oh my
actions.
God, yes, you. So sorry. So sorry.
okay.
So yeah. So I
very
think
quick.
as we kind of in this moment, kind of as everyone gathers around to have some of this food, we kind of pivot over to Hugo here. What's Hugo doing?
Yep. So I'm just going to clear the one stress that I have,
Yeah.
a single one, and then my other thing I'm going to use prepare. Hugo will actually go out to the workshop, back into the workshop now that folks are out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they are looking for some hay. Some genuine hay. I know it's probably going to be hard to find something that looks relatively fine, but beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. I think as you look around the space here, in this moment, it would take a little bit, but tucked away in this small metal cabinet, it's got a lot of rust built onto it. You find there is a little like wooden crate, and inside of it is a small bundle, a small bale of hay in there.
Perfect.
It's very dry, but it's quite nice.
Yeah.
In comparison to some of the other stuff you got to do.
I think Hugo, in the privacy of the workshop, and away from others and everyone else's eyes, because this is, to Hugo, it is fairly crude, but they will essentially remove the bottom half of their clothing, so like their the pants that they wear and their shoes, and they have like this long sort of ratty tunic that essentially cover. They look like they're wearing a what's his name from A Christmas Carol. Yeah, like a Scrooge frock, but it's just
Oh,
like kind
hell
of
yeah.
ratty at the bottom. It's the orange sort of shirt underneath of the tunic, and they will specifically start seam ripping around the area where like the kneecaps would be. So it's essentially just like creating this hole and then removing any soggy or moldy hay. Which I think at that point, that's when they start seeing a little bit more clearly and a little bit more fully the mycelial network that gives them their ability to just exist. And they just sort of slowly begin to cushion it back into areas. Not adding any more than necessary. I'm not giving Hugo implants, guys. No.
You don't have them caked
I'm
up?
not gonna I'm not doing both Hugo, guys. It's not happening. No BBL this time. Yeah, and just doing that. And once they are complete with that, they will sew themselves back up and make their way back to the group. I would say that for anyone who I think would have good instinct, anyone with like high instinct would probably notice that Hugo doesn't seem to be tripping or fumbling as much in their walk now that they have much cleaner, drier hay.
Yeah. A lot sturdier, yeah. So as you walk in, Hugo, there, taking that time to do that, I think everyone else has done, because the Doc, would you have the talk with Hugo a prepare, or did you have something else you wanted to do?
I was going to clear my armor slot, which would have been,
that's perfect.
Yeah. I already have
Perfect.
full hope, so I don't need
Beautiful.
a preparation.
Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, I think as that all happens there, I think there's one last thing that, kind of circling back. Elanor, you had a project you were working on. Make a knowledge roll for me in this moment.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Okay. I would like to inform you all that I don't have a negative in knowledge, but I would like to inform you all I have not a positive in knowledge either.
Yeah, who'd have a negative in knowledge?
Oh, I crit!
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
2 2s.
Double 2s. Cool. So we'll say you're kind of on a track there. That'll be 4 progressions on it, kind of as you're pulling into this memory. We'll say it's a total, you'll get a little bit each time just with the rolls, but we'll say it's just an 8 track, but you complete 4 with a crit there.
Okay.
And as you kind of think back on this memory, this book here, the thing that you collected was the book of it's called the Book of Grimm, and you remember, because Elanor probably would have flipped through it a bit, I'm guessing. Which,
yeah, she totally would have, especially to I feel like when she had the opportunity to have a little bit of autonomy, she would have taken it. And I mean, a book that seemed of that importance, she probably would have flipped through to just see the art. Maybe it would have read something just to have that moment of free will.
Yeah. I think as you kind of put pieces together and visualize the images and text that you saw within here, I think there's a part too where there's a part of the memory that this book was for Cordy. No, it was for someone else. As you kind of, with that crit, there's this realization that This book was actually for someone different. This book
that
was
I stole from someone different or stole for someone different?
stole for someone different.
Okay.
This book was supposed to go to a particular individual. Varenthar.
Dun, dun,
Oh no, I knew it. Oh no, I knew it. I stole it from Cordy to give to Varenthar.
Vine boom.
How could you? How could you?
And there are 5 Grims, but you can't quite pick out. You can't quite remember. You know the Grim of Pestilence, but there are 4 others that exist.
Was the Grim of Pestilence the one I stole?
No, that's one of
Okay.
one of the Grims. One of the Grims, that's
Okay.
like one of the creatures.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But you have like the book, you had the Book of Grims. But yeah, I think that's the memory there in that moment. And I think with a crit, I'll give you this too. You remember, you visualize as you're kind of thinking on this, you visualize another Grim, and it is the Grim of Nightmares. And that said, as people go to sleep and rest for the night, there is one person here amongst your group that has a nightmare. But we'll find out next time.
That's crazy. For the audience, we are not recording for like a month.
I will cancel my plan on the 15th so we record. Do not tempt me.
Crazy. Who is it?
Thank you for tuning into The Last Arcanist. We return next time as the Grim of Nightmares visits one of our unlikely heroes in their dreams to satiate its hunger. Who will it be? Well, we'll find out next time. New episodes of The Last Arcanist premiere every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. But until then, take care out there, and come escape the mundane with us in the realms of Atalantia. Bye-bye.